Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So here we have, really, this isn't the first, this is not the first example of lesbian women coming out to say that they're done dating women and that they don't like dating women and that they don't really like the shenanigans that women get up to. And this is actually for quite a few different reasons. But I'm going to go ahead and let it play.
I can't be the only one. I just feel like women might not be for me.
Let me just say that the dating of lesbians, okay, is fucking trash, okay? It is absolutely fucking trash.
I can't be the only lesbian, stud, whatever you want to call it, that is actually getting tired of dealing with women.
Oh, well.
So, yeah, the women are tired. It's not a mistake that the women have among each other, and when we talk about lesbian relationships, have the highest rate of divorce, and they also have the highest rate of violence in them, is because women are not built to regulate female emotion. Femininity or female nature is not designed to anchor female nature. It can't do it. No matter how much a stud is a stud, the stud is a woman. Okay? And being a female, she's gonna succumb to female nature no matter how masculine she presents. And she can have a pretty logical mindset. Like, she can be more leaning towards her logic and things of that nature, which lends to her her masculine presentation. But at the same time, she still has female nature. It doesn't change the nature. So female nature is not designed to regulate the highs and lows of female emotional nature. That is for masculinity to do. Masculine, male nature, masculinity balances femininity. Okay? Masculinity balances, it anchors it. And I've explained this before, that female nature it's emotionally based. This is not a bad thing, but when it's not regulated, it can become a bad thing because emotions do not need logic in order to exist and in order to make sense. Emotions are not always logical. Now, you may have a logical reason why you feel the way that you feel. So, like, for instance, if somebody that you don't know just come out of the blue and smack you in your face, your next emotion is going to be surprise and anger. If that's a logical step, somebody assaulted you, and so your emotion, your dominant emotion from that is to be angry with them about that. That's a logical reason to have emotion, that emotion. So you can have a logical reason why you feel some type of way, but emotions do not need logic in order to exist. Okay? So women have that. We will have various emotions It can be tied to hormones. It can be tied to anything, really. And those emotions will be very strong. Whether they positive or negative, they'll be very strong. In order to keep the emotion from blasting off in the orbit where it don't need to be, usually we rely or seek out some type of masculine energy in order to bring balance to it. Okay? The point is to achieve balance. That's the point. The point is to achieve the balance. So when you have two women that's trying to be in a relationship that is not fit for women to be in together, such as a romantic relationship where that balance has to be achieved some type of way, then you get issues like this. So the quote unquote femme in the relationship, she's way off in outer space somewhere with her reactions, the way that she thinking about stuff, the way that she's seeing stuff. The other woman doesn't have the masculinity, the masculine energy that it takes to actually bring the feminine energy back to center. She don't have it. So eventually both of them are going to go into orbit together, eventually. Okay? This will never work. This will never work. Okay? This is why gay couples actually don't have as much of this issue as lesbian couples have. Because even when you have a feminine presenting man and he be in his feminine energy, the other man is in his masculine energy. Somebody has masculine energy. So he can bring the other man to balance, actually bring him back to his masculine space. Masculinity is rooted more in the logic and the reason of things, less emotional. So even when you have a feminine presenting man or a man who exists more in his feminine energy than in his masculine energy, he still has masculine energy. So all the other men have to do is appeal to it. Once he can appeal to it, appeal to the logic instead of the emotion, balance can then be achieved. Plus they're two guys. They are less prone to start fighting because you're still two men. I don't care who's doing the bending. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care who bending and who doing the bending. I don't care. Once you get down into it, it's two dudes. So I don't care if he wear wigs and lashes. I don't care. Start fighting and see what happens. Okay? So men still know, even in that situation, men still know that's another dude. And if I start fighting, we gonna be in here fighting. Because even if I'm bigger than him and stronger than him, this is still a dude. Still a dude, and he is not a woman. So even if I can overpower him, it's not the same as if I were to overpower a female. Okay? So that's my theory on why there's less violence with that, because the men can actually appeal to the other man's logic, no matter how feminine he presents himself. On the other side of that spectrum, nobody in a lesbian relationship has actual masculinity. The male nature is not there. So it can't anchor the feminine energy. It can't bring it back to center. So they launch on into orbit themselves. And then they two women. So we might have to be in here scrapping, because be who you talking to. It's gonna start going into that, because the one woman is not necessarily scared of the other one. Because we two women, most of the time, we're on par strength-wise. I don't care how many fades you get. You still a chick. And I can take you. And then other women, and then the women are not, legally speaking, women are not held, they're not afraid of like, oh, you hit a woman and then you're a man, so you're gonna have these extra legal consequences. It's just gonna, in the eyes of the law, it's just two chicks fighting. So okay, it's regular, like assault and like battery. It's regular. You understand what I mean? So yeah, that's never gonna work. And then y'all chicks do too much anyway, because when y'all be in these little lesbian relationships, and the feminine one want the stud to be a man. Princella told you that. Princella said that took her by surprise, because it's like, I'm a woman too. So how you want me to be a man, but I'm not a man, I'm a woman. So we're both in here being women. When it all boiled down, we both in here being women, being extra emotional, and all in our, you know what I'm saying, both of us on our periods done synced up and everything. Girl, I ain't no dude. I don't win. Y'all gonna figure out y'all not dudes. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host. This is the Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye bye, Crimsonites.